Wherever in the world you are, welcome back. Like, subscribe, and share this video. And please, if you wouldn't mind, could you comment below? Hi everybody, welcome back. Tesla, great day today, right? So I think we closed out at 279, something like that. And then in the after hours, we're up again to 280. I think maybe 281 right about now. Now, there's a lot of, first of all, you have to be very careful when you're talking about Tesla, any stock, basically. As we know, there's been an awful lot of negative news lately about Tesla and Elon Musk, and people are burning cars, and, politicians are telling people to sell their Tesla stock, kill the company, all that stuff. And of course, that affects the stock. But also, do not forget, one of the other reason that Tesla stock went down more recently is we are in, economic turmoil. There's a lot of stuff that's not right. There's a lot of stuff that is coming down the pike. You've got tariffs. We're already, look, I think we're in a recession. Auto sales are down across the board, right? It doesn't matter what car, what company, what you're looking at. Auto sales are down. Nobody can sell cars now. And even though Tesla are selling a lot of cars, they're still, look, it's a car at the end of the day. I think it's the greatest car in the world, but it's still a car. The interest rates are high, everything is high. So, I've talked before about my MAT account. I got a couple of $100,000 in there. I trade different stocks. Tesla is the one I'm playing with right now. I did not buy any Tesla stock today. I don't regret not buying any Tesla stock today. The last time I bought Tesla stock was at $219 a share. And of course, as you know, I've been dollar cost averaging in since 250. I've followed this drop, 350. I've followed this drop all the way down, and I trailed it all the way down to 219. So at 280 today, I am way up on, in the last month or so. But I'm not celebrating yet, because the drop and the raise, a lot of it has to do with the market volatility itself. So yes, Tesla is part of it, but also, if you notice, the day that I bought in at 219, I want to say that was Thursday of last week. I forget. But the day I bought in at 219, the markets were way down. So everything was dropping. Today, the markets are way up. So everything is rising. So rising tide lifts all boats, right? So Palantir was up today. Nvidia was up today. I mean, actually, every stock in my portfolio was up today in all my accounts. It doesn't matter which account I looked at. Everything was way up. So now nobody knows what's going to happen. If we did, we'd all be gazillionaires, right? Nobody knows what's going to happen with Tesla tomorrow. Nobody knows what's going to happen with Palantir tomorrow. But I do still feel that there could be headwinds. Now, I am hearing that the new Model Y launch series, the sales are off the charts. They're off the charts worldwide. But we won't experience that as far as a market upturn until the second quarter. Like, first quarter results are going to be really bad, just so you know. They're going to be really bad because the factories, all the factories around the world basically shut down production to prepare for this new Model Y, the Model Y launch. So you're going to see very low delivery numbers. People are joking. I have a standing joke with delivery numbers on Tesla at 420,000. That's the whole 420 joke. I don't think it'll meet that at all. It's definitely going to be below 400,000. Wall Street, as you know, they operate on a 30-day basis. They see something that's bad, they don't look to the future. They want to know what's 30 days out or 60 days out, right? So those numbers, when they come out, they're going to be really bad. The stock is probably going to drop again. Again, this is not financial advice. I don't know, I don't know your situation. First of all, I'm not a qualified financial advisor. So, you do your own research. But I am still not in any major rush to jump on the bandwagon of Tesla. I still think, my opinion only, I still think there are headwinds. I think April 2nd is a big deal. The tariffs are going to have a lot to do with this. And I don't know what's going to happen with the economy either. I know there's a lot of people saying the economy is great. The other side are saying the economy is bad. However, I will say this. It does at least appear like the Fed are prepared for whatever happens. So if they see a major downturn in the economy, I think the Fed is ready to move on interest rates. And by the way, I'm not rooting for that. I'm not rooting for them to, panic, reduce interest rates, because that can also create inflation, and we want to get out of inflation. Like we want inflation to stabilize. But anyway, the bottom line is we closed out today at 279. We're up in the aftermarket. Who knows what the news is going to be tomorrow? I still believe I have a lot of Tesla stock, and do I need more? Of course I do. I'm just not sure when to buy. But I mean, if you're a long-term investor, as I am in most of my Tesla stock, if you buy it today and you're willing to hold it for a few years, I think it's going to be one of the biggest companies in the world, on the planet, in history. It's going to be the biggest in history. I have no question in my mind on that, barring some catastrophic event. And again, nobody can predict that. But based on what's going on over there at Tesla with energy, with the cars, with the batteries, with everything else, with the full self-driving, the technology, the computing power, Tesla Semi, you name it. I do believe this company is going up, period. But having said that, the point to this video is, I know everybody's excited. It's 280 right now in the after hours. And some are even today on X, they're saying, oh, it's going to be 300 tomorrow, it's going to be 350, whatever. Nobody knows that. So again, I still believe that you got to be careful. And just take your time with this. I love this company. I love what they're doing over there. And I think long term, Tesla is going to be a great success. I also like Palantir. I like NVIDIA. I like CRISPR. I like, what else do I like? Pacific Biosciences. There's a lot of different companies I'm investing in. And I should probably do a video on all those. I've made a lot of money on all those. And anyway, this is about Tesla. Tesla's a great company. Buy it long term, but be careful. Thank you very much.